Today All Day, we've got a great show for you on this Monday morning, including an all-day exclusive chat with my good friend Savannah you can only see here. But let's kick it off with Pop Stars. Big casting news for NBC's upcoming live production of Annie. Carson exclusively reveals who will play Daddy Warbucks later this year. Check it out.
Best time of the morning.
Come on.
Pop start.
Well, let's get to it before they kill another story. I got to get what I got left here. A casting announcement here on NBC for our upcoming live production of Annie. We can exclusively reveal that Daddy Warbucks will be played by none other than Harry Connick Jr.
Wow. Interesting.
Grammy and Emmy award-winning actor is set to take on the iconic role alongside Taraji P. Henson's Miss Hannigan in the live televised special. As for who's going to play Little Orphan Annie, that search is still on. NBC put out a nationwide casting call looking for the perfect fit for the big title role. You can get more information at today.com. And please tune in and check out Annie Live. That'll be on December 2nd right here on NBC.
Will he shave his head?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe he will. Love that. Cool.
Welcome back. Today in the third hour, Carson spotlights two people in Seattle who are trying to make a difference by changing the stigma surrounding mental health and homelessness. Take a look.
Good having Carson here with us with a great story from our series Mind Matters about changing the stigma that surrounds mental health. This time shining a light on this tough issue of homelessness, Carson.
That's right, Al. According to the National Alliance to End Homelessness, 20% of people experiencing homelessness are also struggling with mental illness. And I had a chance to talk to two people in Seattle who are trying to make a big difference by leaning on their own personal experiences.
How many are you at?
Heather Mcduff is supervising these volunteers in downtown Seattle as they make bag lunches to hand out to people experiencing homelessness. A decade earlier, she would have been on the receiving end.
3 oranges and 3 chips.
When did you first start living on your own, and how did that happen?
My family life was pretty crummy, and so I moved out on my own when I was about 14.
And so how did it pan out for you at that age? What happened next? What was the next big sort of chapter?
Heroin kind of hit the scene. No clue about anything, you know, sharing needles and just dumb kids.
And what do you remember about like using for the first time? Did it have an immediate impact on you?
I just remember feeling like this is how I should be feeling, you know?
Yeah.
After 2 decades of living on the margins and 3 stints in prison, Heather stopped using heroin in 2014. Looking back, she describes her drug use as a coping mechanism.
Because it's such a struggle out there, you know, to worry about the few things that you have and where you're going to sleep. And substance use disorder a lot of times is a coping mechanism for dealing with being homeless.
You've been sober for 7 years now. Where do you consider yourself on your kind of mental health and wellness journey?
I think that I am doing really well. This last year's been hard. I still suffer from a lot of anxiety. You know, I run a tape in my head that, you know, things are going to happen how they're supposed to happen. And I kind of run that ticker tape when I start to spin out about anything.
Heather has also been able to turn her life experience into a full-time job, working as a peer specialist at Seattle's Downtown Emergency Service Center.
And what does a peer specialist do?
A lot of us have lived experience in mental health issues, substance use disorder. We can relate to clients and know the places that they've been to.
You couldn't be the superwoman you are now had you not gone through all of those years of what you saw, what you experienced.
It gave me the opportunity to be who I am today. And in loving myself, I can love others and help other people.
One of those other people is Chris Clark, who attends a weekly art therapy class led by Heather. Chris suffers from bipolar disorder and was placed in permanent supportive housing after living on the streets for 3 years.
I can't imagine what I'd do without my housing, and I can't imagine where I'd be if I didn't have it. Being homeless certainly adds to your mental issues. I wound up seeing a case manager, and he convinced me to start taking better mental care of myself.
For Chris, focusing on his mental health has made all the difference.
The past 3 years, I've come a long ways with my mental health. My apartment wouldn't look like this.
When he's not tending to his fish tanks, houseplants, and terrariums, he's making hot meals for people experiencing homelessness.
Today I'm making vegetarian garden spaghetti. A lot of people that I deliver to, I actually known from when I lived on the streets with them. There you go, baby girl, enjoy. What's up, man, you want some food? Thank you. This is spaghetti. People ask me all the time, why do I do it? And I'm like, because I've slept where you've slept, you know.
So what do you want to say about the homeless to viewers watching who think they have an opinion about the homeless? What do you want to say to them if they're willing to open their minds here for a minute?
You know, many of us take for granted being able to shut a door or go to our refrigerator and eat something. And these people struggle every day just for these small, minor things. And feeling safe is a human right. And not everybody gets to feel that way.
Anybody in the tent? I got hot food.
You know, homelessness is obviously such a problem, and it's complex. But what we're seeing in Mind Matters in this digital series that we're doing, where we're exploring sort of the intersection of mental health as it intersects in various parts of society, there are certain troubling things, and that's access to care. We see it in communities of color. We see it in the homelessness issue. It's hard enough to get people just to talk about, you know, we're trying to break a stigma. It's normalized to talk about mental health. Then when someone does, and there's no access to care, it makes it just that much more disheartening. But Heather's was incredible. By the way, since we filmed that, she's been promoted now. She's working as a housing stabilization specialist, helping to keep formerly homeless clients in permanent supportive housing. So we appreciate Heather.
I love what she said about being able to relate to them because they were them.
Yeah.
And your hearts are with them. You can't help but think right now how hot it is in Seattle, on the streets of Seattle right now. And those people are, you know, they need somebody who understands what they're going through to help snap them out of that.
We have, you know, they say that the data is like, you know, 500,000 people are homeless every night in this country. 25% of them are have severe mental issues. So it's really tough. But, you know, hopefully in shining a light on it, finding people like Heather who were in that situation, now giving back.
Who understand,
you know, doing some good work in a tough area.
Carson, that was terrific. Thanks so much for sharing that.
Great, buddy.
Welcome back. Today on Hoda and Jenna, Ed Sheeran surprised one of his biggest fans, and we have the sweet video. Take a look. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
It's so fun to be here. I always have such a good time here when there's wine, which there isn't today, but it's coming. They're working on it.
I think they're running down to the corner liquor store for you.
But I thought the producers were like a little bit nervous that we were together. Like
they were?
Don't you think?
Well, they said they were going to put on a delay, but it's not necessary. First of all, you were like the good student. I'm not sure why they think that.
Because they know about when I come on the 10 o'clock show, I let my hair down, except for not today. Today I did it. I put it up, but
she has a double bun.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't know a double bun was a thing, but I guess all the young people are doing this.
I know, double bun with my honey bunny.
I told her I too have a double bun, but just on the lower half of my body.
So how about Hode? She's in St. Louis. She's having the time of her life. Like, she's in her glee. She's the one-woman cheerleader for the U.S. women's gymnastics team.
How much fun was it watching her watch them? The enthusiasm. I wrote her, and I was like, okay, now I'm ready for Tokyo. She got us pumped.
I know. I can't wait. Look at her. And she's like their mom. She's like the den mom.
She's gonna cover those girls. It's gonna be so much fun to watch. Are you getting ready?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We have. I mean, it's soon.
Yes.
I think I leave 2 weeks from Friday. Then we have the opening ceremony, and then the show will be there for the Olympics.
And what about the opening ceremony? You know, that to me would be the hardest possible job, particularly for me, because I have a problem with pronunciation.
Oh, I'm living in fear. They give you these briefing books. So there's 206 delegations. So most of them are countries that you have to learn. You're like Burkina Faso, you know, like famous for whatever, and you have to learn it. So I'm like cramming. It's like Olympic athlete training.
Oh my gosh.
I'm carbo loading and reading briefing books, like to get ready for my competition.
That's what Hoda was doing last night. I mean, you're actually carbo loading facts, but she was carbo loading because she was nervous. She sent us a little video from her shoot. Let's take a look.
Hey guys, guess who I'm with? One guess. Team USA! Hey yo! Oh, this is the best. Oh my God. Their dreams came true, and so did mine, because I got to interview them. All right, we'll see y'all in Tokyo.
I just can't get over her excitement.
I know. I was like, is it possible that Hoda's happier than they are about making the Olympic team?
Should we do a little cheer to them? This is for you.
Oh, yay!
It's a really beautiful blush.
The fact that Sal got that rosé so quickly.
I know. Thank you,
Looks almost like a sparkling rosé.
Wow, cheers.
Do you want to sniff it like you do when we get together?
You know I don't.
She swirls.
You know I don't.
Sniffs.
You know I don't.
No, she just guzzles.
Tomorrow, y'all, will bring you that full conversation. We're so looking forward to it. Okay, we have
a sparkling rosé. It's very tasty.
Good. I'm glad you like it. We
Oh.
have this really great Ed Sheeran clip that I want to show you. Okay, so Ed Sheeran is finally back with new music. His new single called Bad Habits is racing up the charts. Over the weekend, this is so sweet, Ed actually surprised one of his biggest fans.
Oh.
This is a 10-year-old. Rafa and his grandfather Norman, they were in studio and they talked about how Rafa played Ed Sheeran songs over Zoom for his grandpa, while Norman actually recently battled cancer.
Wow.
Isn't that so sweet? Okay, so then they asked him to play a little Thinking Out Loud. How sweet is that?
I can't believe he had such composure to not even, like, I would have been like, it's Ed Sheeran!
He had such composure. He kept singing, and Norman's face was worth 1,000 words.
Ed Sheeran is one of the world's biggest sweeties. He came on our show before, I always tell you this, and like ate an entire pizza with all of us, the crew. We had like a pizza segment, and he just kept coming over and eating
like
pizza.
Like before he played, right?
Yeah, there he is. See? He's just like, oh, you got any more of that
one
pizza?
More slice,
hey,
one more slice.
Listen, you got pepperoni. Anyway, he's just like a nice, normal guy who happens to be
very
talented. Yeah.
Well, speaking of talented, you're a talented guitarist.
Are you insane?
And I think we have a guitar.
No, stop it.
Right here.
No.
I think we have a guitar right here. Thank you, Gavin.
I'm not. You know what? It'll take about 10 more rosés before. What am I supposed to do with this? I don't even know how to hold this anymore.
Yes, you do.
I don't. Sal, wait, get Sal. He's the singer. I'm not playing. I've not played a guitar in forever.
But what was your go-to song?
I mean, I liked, all those chick songs, you know, like depressing. I used to write songs because I had like real bad boyfriends.
By the way, our kids.
You lie. No, I'm just kidding.
Our kids are in a band together.
They do guitar, yeah.
And they wrote a song called Together, which is really a beautiful hit one day.
Gosh, look at the time.
No.
Come
on, just something I can sing.
I mean, I don't know.
Busted Flat in Baton Rouge.
I wish. Oh, waiting for a train.
Can you play it?
No.
What can you play?
And I was feeling near as faded as my jeans.
But what can you play? Because we have a guitar. Nothing.
Honestly, it's a bust. I can't think of anything because it's been so long. Also, this is out of key. Did anyone tune this guitar? Sal, sorry, you did a great job. Okay,
this might have been bust.
No, I love the guitar, but I'm terrible. I can't.
You're not terrible,
yeah,
though.
And I can't. I'm like, I used to sing at weddings like all the time. You know that, right?
You were a wedding singer.
I literally would sing at my friends' weddings. I think I've done like 10 different weddings.
What was your go-to song?
I mean, I used to do that Elvis Presley song, I Can't Help Falling in Love with You.
Well, that's one I would have liked to hear.
I did Nora Jones once. Just a lot of different little folky songs.
You had some, quite the job.
Since then, I don't know what's happened to me, but I actually do know. I have a drink every night with an entire lime in it, and my voice is so hoarse I can't sing anymore.
I know your mom said you need to stop with the limes.
I know, she's right. She's
like, get acid reflux.
I think I have it. I think I have silent reflux.
Okay.
But it's not that silent. It's scratchy. It's not like a man.
I know. Your kids are off for camp.
I know. I'm so excited. Are you I got to get the kids out of the house. Are yours driving you crazy?
Yes, but your kids are actually out of the house and going. They are, but last night, Mila said to me, I really miss Vale.
Oh, let me tell you, every day when we wake up, she says, can I do a Zoom play date with Mila today?
So
every single day. These girls miss each other so much. We have to get them together.
Yeah, will you tell what Mila said one time to us about why they're friends?
Oh, she said to me, I was picking them up from the bus, and Mila goes, I overheard her say to Vale, do you know why we're not sisters? And no, she goes, do you know why we're best friends, Vale? And Vale said, no, why? She goes, because God couldn't handle it if we were sisters.
Isn't that just the sweetest?
They're the cutest. Anyway, yeah, off to camp. I'm telling you, I think a lot of parents are sending their kids to camp, and it is time to go.
It's time.
Anyway, it's Read with Jenna time.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Or as I like to call it, RWJ or #RWJ, and July is coming.
We're doing this one early, y'all, so you can get your books for your long weekends, okay? We wanted to give everybody a head start. So drum roll, please. Our book for July is called Hell of a Book by Jason Mott. I left it. I gave it to you.
Oh, you did, actually.
It is about a Black author going on a book tour through America, and it also has a parallel story of a young Black boy living in a rural town in the recent past. The plot is beautiful. They come together, these two plots, and you're kind of wondering who is who, and it is a story about race, family, love, justice, and it really is a hell of a book. If you want to read something that's going to leave you weepy and then also have you laugh out loud. I mean, Henry goes, I've never seen so many emotions in 1 minute because I cried, I laughed.
So original.
It's original.
Very unique.
Jason Mott is a talent. So anyway, I also have some.
Oh my gosh, I know. And I wanted to tell everyone this. I was reading The Week Junior.
Were you reading?
Yes, because when I'm done with The Week, I turn to The Week Junior.
Yes.
And looky, JBH, her top childhood books. Now, what was on your list?
The BFG was definitely on my list.
Wait, what's the BFG?
The BFG by Roald Dahl.
Oh, I don't know that one. I love Roald Dahl.
The BFG, the Big Friendly Giant?
I can't believe. No, I was a James and Giant Peach person.
Oh, well, I mean, I like James too, but the Big Friendly Giant is a wonderful character. Anyway, I pick it up. The week, Junior, you can see some other ones.
It's so cute. I want to find out what your picks are.
Okay, it's time for Unscripted. And there's some big news around Tiara, which my daughter found out from the kids in the neighborhood. Hoda and I are on TikTok.
I can't believe it. You guys are so, like, young and cool.
We do dances. You and I just
did a TikTok. I know. That was my first TikTok. I've never TikToked before.
Well, it was really fun.
Well, actually, that's not true. We did a whole story on TikTok. Why did I just say that?
I don't know.
We did a whole TikTok. I mean, it says TikTok don't flop. That's like a thing.
Is that a thing?
It's
I had no idea. But all I know is that please follow us at Hoda and Jenna because we're going to give you some behind-the-scenes info.
Yeah.
And do some funny dances where we're not in sync. But hopefully we will. Are you inspired to set up an account?
I'm not because I don't understand it. But I will say that my husband loves to look at TikTok videos.
Really?
Yes, it's really weird. I look at the baby videos along with Megan Fox, and he's looking at TikTok.
But by the way, that's not all.
It's not like dirty or something, right? Yeah.
No, I hope not.
Okay.
But can I just tell you, in case TikTok wasn't enough, my mind is blown because we are now a podcast.
We're a podcast.
We're all a podcast. Starting this morning, if you missed any of our show, you can listen to us wherever you get your podcast, whenever you want. So all you have to do is subscribe and listen to Today with Hoda and Jenna whenever you get your podcast. Again, or go to that QR code right by Savannah and download that podcast.
Can you imagine listening to this show on a podcast?
I don't know.
Like any of our 4 hours?
It
like sounds crazy.
Welcome back to Today Talks and our exclusive content you can only see here on Today All Day.
I love Today All Day, don't you?
Yeah, but do you watch this show? I don't watch my front it. It's called Today Talks.
Oh, Today Talks. I have not seen Today Talks, but I'm very excited about Today in 30. You know,
so you're more excited about Today in 30 than Today Talks?
I mean, I'm just excited that 4 hours of show gets condensed into 30 minutes.
I mean, the fact that they can do that is pretty incredible.
It's a feat of technology.
I always love it when you come here because we are good friends in real life and you can kind of tell. Like, I hope we don't talk too fast. You think people can hear us?
I think so. I think we're annoying. I think we think we're really funny and charming, and everyone else is like, ugh, please get Hoda back. I can't take it anymore.
Is not
They're like, get her off. We saw her from 7 to 9, or we avoided putting it on.
No.
But no, I love coming on. I think it's fun, and I also feel like dangerous on this hour.
I know you like
I want to just do something. I was like, let's do a double bun. Where's the wine?
You know, when she said let's do a double bun, I was in my dressing room and I thought she really was asking for the double bun to be her bun and my bun, and it took me back to 3rd grade when somebody would call and be like, "We're wearing green tomorrow."
Yeah, we were going to be twinsies. Well, actually, it did occur to me like we could both have a double bun, and then it would be like a quadruple bun.
I said no, but only because.
Please silence your cell
hello,
phones.
Mom. Is it your mom?
It's your mom. No, it's the producers being like, kill it.
Okay, when Megan Fox was on today and her little kids walking in the background.
I mean, amazing. And also, I couldn't stop looking at her.
I know.
She's like the most gorgeous.
You said just like looking in a mirror.
Oh, I was being sarcastic. I looked at her, then I looked at myself, and I was sad for myself.
No, she's so beautiful.
But she is
those
amazing
little
looking.
Kiddos, it's just like... That world seems like it was so long ago when we would work from... You're still sometimes in the basement.
Yeah, I do sometimes.
And kids pop in?
Yeah, Belle actually comes down in the morning. Like, she has to sneak away because she's not supposed to come down, but she has come down. And actually, she's kind of helpful because there's a printer, and I'm all wired up, and I'm doing it all myself. And I'm like, can you go grab those scripts off the printer?
How can she do that and still stay... Like, my child would then want to be on television.
Well, first of all, both of our... Mila and Vale are like A Star is Born.
Yes.
I call Mila Cisa Demila because she's a director. She's going to be a film director.
She's the director and
the star.
No, Vale is the star.
Vale's the star.
They
They're
were
both
in a production of Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
And Vale played the caterpillar. And Henry Still goes, zip. Zip.
I said zip, zippity-doo.
Henry said even this weekend, he was like, Belle just has such stage presence.
Oh, stop
and I go, well, I wonder where that came from.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, Mike?
Both of us were like stage moms, like, yeah, you got this. But the reason that she doesn't come on TV is because, and I know you know this, look, when you're kids, you're like,
I know. But
like,
the thing is, the difference between your children and mine is mine won't listen to that look. They're like, hey, and you're talking about serious things.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, it's cute if it happens on your show. It's not cute if it's like
7 in the morning.
7 is some horrible story
It's
or politics.
inappropriate.
It's like you don't need like a fuzzy-headed, bed-headed kid.
It's
like,
also kind of hard to concentrate.
Well,
like I was having, even though Megan is one of the most beautiful women in the world, I still was looking at her children because there's something so cute about it.
What was the cutest thing was how they were like, thought they weren't on. They thought they were like
invisible.
sneaking past, and they were just like crawling on. They were doing like that, you know, the army crawl. Yeah.
Well, you know what, Savannah? I'm so glad you could join me on this episode of Today Talks.
I never miss Today Talks.
Well, I hope you don't miss it. I hope it's something you continue to put into your repertoire right after Today in 30.
Today in 30.
Okay,
on
that's
Today
it.
All Day.
That's it for this episode of Today Talks. For more, keep watching Today All Day.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.